Hello and welcome to LadyLeader Stories. This is a Key Action 2 small-scale partnership Erasmus Plus project run by three partners, Landsbygden from Iceland, INTERART Foundation from Bulgaria, and MIROMIDA from Latvia. And the aim of this project is to help women to open, to discover, to develop their lady leader skills through storytelling and NeuroGraphica. My name is Kristina Castronovo. I'm a NeuroGraphica coach and instructor, and today I'm going to help you with some video guidelines to use NeuroGraphica for opening up and starting sharing the lady leader stories. So from now on, I'm going to talk to you, dear ladies, and you can just follow the instructions and draw together with me, talking and sharing. What you might need for this session is a paper. It can be A4 format or a smaller one, a pen, a thin black marker, some colored pencils, and maybe some more markers that can be brighter and thicker. You might also need a watch or a timer with a stopwatch. First of all, we need to tune for our drawing, and the drawing today is the classic ASO model, which means the algorithm of taking away limitations. This model will help you to open up and start talking, to feel more open, more sharing, more tuned to yourself, to your memories, and readiness to talk and to develop. So this is a classic model with classic steps, but I'm going to guide you with some more additional questions that are dedicated specifically to our project and will help you to reflect on lady leader points in your story. So first of all, let's tune. So you would need a timer. And first, I invite you to use some positive triggers. These might be maybe some pictures, photos from the past, maybe some colors around, maybe music, maybe candles, whatever makes you more relaxed and makes you remember your past better, so you can feel and enjoy the very beginning of your lady leader journey. So please explore what you have around you. And while having the stopwatch on during the 2 minutes time, I invite you to write a free text, free flow text, not just separate words or phrases, but a text without thinking of any punctuation. So just 2 minutes of free writing, thinking of your lady leader story and the very beginning. Please divide your page into 2 parts and so far use just the first part. Let's go. Okay, the 2 minutes are over. If you are ready to share, you can read your stories loud, and you can also work a little bit with it, maybe highlighting some words that are triggering with you, that are kind of speaking to you. Please decide if the story looks more positive or negative for you. Now we have to start the drawing. So turn your page and take the black marker. And we are going to draw the first explosion, the composition, which is very emotional. Imagine that you're absorbing the whole story that you have just written. You breathe in, and when you're breathing out, you are doing the absolutely free flow of lines. Breathe in and breathe out at least 3 times and draw the lines all around the whole page. Like this. Okay. So let the story move through your hands. Draw the energy of this memory and let the lines cross and touch. The more crossings you have, the more memories you will have. And you will see how everything is interconnected. The next step is rounding the corners. This means that whenever you have a cross of lines, you have to round them so that one line continues to another. By this, you're getting used to your story, you train your patience and attention, you stay more focused, more concentrated, both to your picture, your drawing, your story, and actually yourself. During the rounding part, it is important that you watch yourself, you scan yourself, and there are 4 points of attention that can help you to stay very concentrated here and now. And these are thoughts. What are the topics you're thinking about? What are the formulations that come to your mind? The second one is feelings or emotions. Try to name the feelings you have. The third one is body sensations. How does it feel in your body? Where exactly? Is it a pain? Is it a new temperature? Is it something disturbing you? Or maybe these are very natural physical needs, that maybe you're hungry or sleepy. So please try to define it. And number 4 is visions. Visions are actually your visual thoughts, maybe your memories, kind of pictures in front of your eyes, or maybe your metaphoric thinking, visualization of a future. So while rounding, do the scanning of yourself by the 4 points of attention. Get used to your drawing and ask yourself, what do I think about? How do I feel? How is my body right now? What do I see? Maybe what I remember. What are the images coming in front of my eyes? Allow all the thoughts and emotions and sensations be in the free flow, so that your subconsciousness helps you to remember, to reflect, to see the interconnections, to stay focused, and accept whatever happens. Accept observe, and if possible, also enjoy. So here's how we are rounding. Let each line continue to another line. Work through all the corners. Get used. I will also ask you some questions more about our topic. Who was I then? How did it start? When was it? When you say then, what is the first moment of memory from the past that appears in your mind? What emotion shaped my choices at that time? How did it feel in my body? What are the visual details that I remember? What are the highlights of that first memory that comes to my mind? So how was it? My very beginning of a LadyLeader story. Try to bring some adjectives. Try to describe the surrounding. Try to describe yourself from outside and from inside. And continue rounding. While you're continuing, I'll give you some more questions to reflect on. What was the turning point? The line where the change began. What was this transition? Do you feel the process? Imagine that it's a history of your life, of your LadyLeader story. You remember the beginning, but now you see yourself going through this journey. So how was it to turn something on? To turn on what? What value or principle guided my actions? For what did you start some change? Or why? Because of what did you start some change? Can you answer both? It might be that the answers are coming very quickly, sometimes not. This is all very natural and very individual as well. Allow it to be without any pressure and any restrictions. Be yourself with your memories, with your reflections. Accept your story and accept yourself. What part of this story, from the turning point, from the past, still lives in me today? What did you preserve? What did you keep throughout the time? It stays in you throughout the time. How would you call it? And how does it feel to have it with you throughout the life? And if you could answer where it is in you, is it somewhere in your body, on your mind, in your character, in your soul? Where? Please finalize the rounding. Pay attention to the answers you have inside you or sharing loud. Be present. Okay, we're finalizing. Okay, so we're ready for the next step of the algorithm, and it's called more lines, adding lines. And by adding the lines, we're untying the story, opening up the story more. So we add the lines. Remember that the lines are neurolines, like this. They're wavy and free. So please add more lines so that you connect the concentrated shape in the middle of the paper with the edges of the paper. And see, in case you have some bigger fields, very empty, add some lines there. And in case you have some short lines just hanging in the air, please continue, make them longer, connect at least to the nearest line. See that the picture is balanced, that there are enough lines, and that thanks to the new lines added, you can see that it is not more concentrated in the very middle, that it is opening. Okay. Add more neural lines, untie the tension, the concentration of the lines and emotions. And now I can congratulate you. You can have even more work now to do. By adding lines, you have added also some new corners. So you have to round them again. And while doing this, here are some more questions for you to reflect. Who were the involved people in this story, in this process of you becoming a lady leader? What was the role of these people? What was their role in your story? What was their influence on you? Were these the people whom you wish to be around you? Or you would prefer to have somebody else? How present, how enough they were? Or you would change something? What could be different? which your values and approaches could be different in my story. Why it was as it was. Was it a destiny? Was it a coincidence? Why? Why do you think everything happened as it happens? Now, when you're done with all the rounding, let's continue to the next step. And this is finally coloring. So you can take your color pencils, if you wish, also highlighters, and you can start integrating the separate cells of the drawing by the same color. Integrating means uniting cells that are close to each other. So we're not coloring each small shape and cell in a different color, and instead we're covering several cells by the same color, uniting them. During the coloring part, here are the questions to reflect on. Besides your ongoing scanning by the 4 points of attention, I remind you these are thoughts, feelings, body sensations, and visions. But additionally, you can reflect on the following questions. What moment in this story made me stronger? Maybe there were more moments, not only one. Maybe it's not just moments. Maybe these are people or something else. How would you answer? You can use as many colors as you wish. You can leave some spaces also white, but please try to make your drawing balanced. So it's enough colors and they are equally concentrated throughout the whole picture. In case some colors are talking to you, I mean, that you keep thinking, why this color? Then look for the answer inside yourself. What did this color mean to you? What are the associations you have about this color? And the next question to reflect on is, where in my story I was a leader? In which moments I showed myself as a leader? What type of leader? How could I describe this leader? And how does it feel to be a leader? And how does it feel to be this type of the leader? Try to name your attitude to this leader. Okay. Add some more colors. You, when it is enough, when it is red enough for you, and you feel balanced. And if you are ready, let's go to the next point, to the next step. And the next one is called the field lines. And this is the direction of your leadership. The field lines in this model should be at least 2 lines going throughout the whole drawing. And this is about your future direction. So I invite you to take maybe any thicker or brighter markers. Choose one direction where your leadership continues this story. And if your story were to inspire other women, where would its energy flow? So draw the lines throughout the whole picture. Feel the direction of the flow. The lines are still the neural lines. And they are at least 2, but maybe also more. They're crossing other lines. Please round and integrate. And while drawing the field lines, please reflect. What did I learn about trust, about courage, about leadership? And what leadership message or insight do I take forward from my story, from this image? Which changes did the story bring to my life? What did it influence? What do I have thanks to this story? Thanks to this journey? Thanks to this experience? And the final step is called fixation, or bringing the focus, putting the point at this stage of the drawing, at this moment. So please mark one main shape in your drawing. And this is kind of a visual metaphor for current leadership essence. You can draw a circle either rationally with your eyes open, so you decide where you actually see some kind of circle, or you can do it also with your eyes closed, as you feel. The fixation has to be the most visible and clear part, the main part of your NeuroGraphica drawing. And the questions to reflect on during the fixation phase is, who am I now when I look at her? And what would I tell the woman from that story now? Give the story a name, a title, one word that describes your leadership today. How would you call your journey? Now, please turn your page again and let's work with words again. So turn on the timer, use the second part of your page, and write a new free flow story without any thinking of punctuation and what is correct or not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, and the 2 minutes are over. Read the new text for yourself or loudly so you can share with others. And please compare the 2 stories, the 2 texts that you have written. You can compare your handwriting. You can compare the direction of your handwriting. You can compare the words and the mood of the story. And just say loudly everything what you have noticed. What has changed in these 2 stories? What did you understand? What are the insights after this comparison? I also invite you to share your insights after the whole reflection process and drawing today. What were the difficult and maybe turning points during the drawing process? What did you understand and how does it feel? Thank you very much for sharing your story, and thank you for being a real lady leader.